Red alert? Red alert?
Yeah.
Red alert? Red alert? Is it?
Sorry. Hi, I'm Simeon, here at our final episode of Banking on Bytes. With me, I have my very thoughtful and very demure co-hosts, Elijah and Jin.
Okay, hi, I'm Elijah. I'm from DBKF04.
Hi, I'm Jin and I'm from DPKF05.
And with us today, we have Luis. Hi, Luis.
Hi.
Esteemed guest, CEO of ExSports.
Yeah, ExSports.
ExSports. ExSports.
It's pronounced as ExSports.
Okay.
Quite unique. Right?
Okay.
It's meant for EX Interactive Sports. Yeah. So it's a Web3 startup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about this startup. What does it do? What does it leverage on? You mentioned a little bit about blockchain.
Yeah. Very interesting because not sure if you all heard of this terminology called Web3, right? So Web3 basically comprises of things around blockchain, distributed ledger, right? NFTs. And of course you all probably heard of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stuff like that. So as a startup, we focus a lot on distributing these ledgers based off NFTs. So we focus a lot on sports. So we actually help the sportsmen put their their images, right, their personalities onto the NFTs, and then when they come for real life events like Olympics, whether it's Muay Thai sports, they actually get to have a chance, right, to put themselves, and then they go onto our platform, and then like a marketplace, right, you buy off the NFTs, and actually 80% of the sales goes to them. This is really to reach out to help these sports because during COVID, where the live action couldn't happen with real life crowd, real life audience, we're thinking of a way to solve this problem, and this came about through my fellow founder who has been in this industry for a long time. So yes, I'm the COO of ExSports. Actually, I focus a lot on product development, operations, and all the tech aspect behind it. Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can tell us a day in your life.
Yeah, so how does a day in the life as a co-founder of a tech startup look like?
Wow, it's a heavy day because I work off a remote time. I'm not based in Singapore actually, I'm a remote based off Singapore. So I start as early as 12 p.m. So my mornings I take a bit of a chill with my family a bit, drink coffee, right, relax. No, I don't make my own coffee, I go and buy off the coffee shop. But I start as at 12 or 1 o'clock. So every day I have a management check-in. So three of us will come together, we will plan for the day, we will work out what's the plans and stuff like that. Then we distribute out the work. Then it's packed with meetings. Our first half of the day is really looking into product development, UX. We go through steps, what works, what don't work, right? Work with the product guys, work with my developers, work with the marketing team, right, to really understand what is needed. Then we take a break, dinner time, and then the next half of the time, which is probably towards the evening in Singapore time, that's where I work with investors. Right? So the other half of my work, right, is we go and pitch, right? We pitch the product, we look for VCs, we look for international investors, right? That's based on US timing, Europe timing. So that gets really busy all the way until like maybe 10 p.m., sometimes 12 a.m. So it's a very long day. But it's been interesting because thanks to COVID, a lot of things has been more remote rather than on-site. I take care of the Singapore side of things when it comes to investors. So sometimes during the half a day, I will go out and meet some of the key investors in Singapore, just get updates, and yeah, that's kind of like how it looks like. Quite rigid, quite straightforward. The fun part comes in actually when there are events. Like actually, there's an upcoming very big event coming up. Not heard of, if you've heard of this event called Token 2049, right? It's happening next week actually. So it's very huge. Lots of people coming in. I do fly around also. I do fly to Dubai, I do fly to Thailand, do fly to Indonesia, to do other parts of the work. So there's never really only one way of doing things, but there is a regimen. The regimen is like check in, get it cleared, start the day, build the product, right? Different cycles. So yeah, that's kind of like how it looks like.
So with all that said, there's bound to be a lot of like success and failures. Do you mind like sharing a bit of it?
Wow, I think that's quite a lot of stories.
Okay.
As a startup, I think the challenge or failures, right, is when you get all excited you come with a passion and a like idea, right? And then you want to do something, right? And then when you launch it out, right, you realize that why nobody responding. So as a Web3 industry, as a Web3 product, right, one of the key things is really communities. You have to grow your own community, you have to get the buy-in from the community. People are there to maybe put a fast one, or get a quick buck, right? So you need to build this type of communities that comes in. But we want really solid people who are followers. So we built, then when we launch a program, so for example, when we launch a new celebrity, a new event, right? So we did a soccer freestyle game on our platform. So when we launched a game, we were all ready as a tech guy, make sure the server, make sure all the load is all good. We reach out a lot of marketing, spend a lot of money on it already. Then the response for the day, because we launched at the event day in Dubai. So when we launched it, unfortunately, it didn't turn out to be as what we thought, the take-up rate would be. So it was a bit of disheartening, but we had to get our feedback together and really look at the analytics, really look at the data points, where did we fail, where did we succeed, and then we improve from them. So we pick ourselves up again, and then we have to say, okay, let's get going, how does this look like? I think that's where it is. The success is definitely whenever we run in real life events, they are always very successful. So when we couple tech products launch together with in real life events, where there are lots of buzz and hype and people around, you really feel the energy, you really feel the life, and I think those things really help to bring out what we're trying to do, not just from a tech standpoint, but really what this product, what this business is all about. Yeah.
So do you have any advice for younger people like us if we wanted to perhaps start a startup someday, like a tech startup someday?
Well, my advice is that number one, I think you have to ask yourself, really, is this what you really want? Because you have to be really tenacious in sticking it through. I think that's very important. You cannot give up halfway. Yes, we try, we learn, and there will always be failures along the way. But the big question is, will you stick it through, right? If you were to get investors' money in, what will you do with it? What is the wisdom behind handling the finances, right? I think these are key things, right? But having said that, right, I think it's important that because you are young, yeah, go and have fun, go and try. If you don't try, you never know, right? So start with really something that you're very passionate about, a real problem you're trying to solve. And sometimes problems like this are not hidden. They are in our face every day. It really can be a simple thing as maybe clearing a tray, booking food. Things maybe you think like, oh, like Grab and Food Panda, they really exist. But are there ways to solve this even more? So these are things that if you have passion about it and you have an idea, right? Yeah, try it. Yeah, go and explore, go and have fun. Yeah.
So just now you mentioned something about part of your day whereby you go and pitch to investors.
Yes.
Maybe as part of their curriculum,
Yeah.
in the Fintech Innovations module, right?
Yeah.
They actually have to come up with a startup idea
Yes.
and pitch for investing dollars.
Yes.
Maybe you can give them some advice on what such a pitch would cover, how to drive such a pitch. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's very important to know what you're pitching. So you have to know your product very well. I think that's very important. Don't go into all the details. Investors really don't have time to listen. So, but you must have a full set of answers behind you. But when you pitch, right, pitch really what you see the problem is, what you're trying to solve, and actually what the investors want to know is what's their ROI. So if you don't do your financial calculations in that space, you may not be very convincing, unless you are a salesperson that can sell ice to Eskimos. Right? Otherwise, you really have to do that part of numbers. And it's always good to have something that you have already done. Example, you have some data points. Use those data points and just say it as it is straight away. I think that would be very helpful, right? Keep it short, keep it simple. Don't need to do too many beautiful slides. Tell a story. That story must come out from you, of what you're passionate about. Yeah.
Sounds very great, I think. The telling of a story, right, and being passionate about the story, as well as a solution, is something that I think the students can
Yeah.
take away
Yeah.
very strongly. Anyway, maybe you can share with us what are you passionate about?
What am I passionate about? Actually, I love to solve problems. That's what I'm most passionate about. So whenever I see a problem in any form or manner, I love to analyze, figure it out, wonder, and try. Is there a way to make this better? That's what I love to do. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we start our lightning round. So in this lightning round, I'll give you two options, two
Okay.
choices, then you say which one you prefer lah.
Okay.
Okay, so the first two, we start with Death Note and One Piece.
Definitely One Piece.
One Piece, One Piece or Demon Slayer?
Still One Piece.
Still One Piece. One Piece or Naruto?
Naruto.
Naruto or Attack on Titan?
Still Naruto.
Wow, still like Naruto or Full Metal Alchemist?
Still Naruto.
Still Naruto. Now we shift gears a bit. Naruto or Black Myth Wukong?
Wow.
You play?
I haven't played.
But you saw
Of course.
Wow, I
of
see
course.
the gameplay. It's crazy.
I was very tempted to press on the purchase button, but I decided not to because I got too much things to do.
Okay, so which one?
Black
Black Myth
Myth.
Wukong. Black Myth Wukong or Grand Theft Auto?
Still Black Myth Wukong.
Black Myth Wukong or Red Alert?
Red Alert? Red Alert?
Yeah.
Red Alert? Red Alert? Is it,
Sorry, a bit retro,
is it the very old school game? Wow, Red Alert eh?
Red Alert, right?
Red Alert?
Red
Oh
Alert.
no, did I expose my age?
Red Alert or Valorant?
I don't play Valorant, so still
Okay.
Red Alert.
Red Alert or LOL? League of Legends.
Maybe League of Legends.
League of Legends or Mobile Legends?
Mobile Legends, probably more on the go.
So anyway, just to share, Red Alert is actually a very old, not very old I think it's like 2000s, got 2000s?
Yeah,
2000s. It's a real-time strategy game.
that's like 2 decades really.
My god.
It's quite old.
There's another one.
It's older than
Do you
you
even know?
almost.
Do you even know what Red Alert is? See, they don't even
It's
know.
older than us.
Yeah.
There's another one called Command and Conquer.
Exactly.
My god. Wow. So one is a Tiberian Wars, the other one is
Yes.
the Soviet versus Allies.
Yes, yes.
Very cool, very cool.
Very cool.
Very
Love,
retro.
love those games. Love those games. Yeah.
Good stuff. So, okay, so yeah. Anything else?
Actually, like circling back to like what you said about starting startups, basically, right? Was there any resources that you used that helped you make the process easier or faster, or any other resources available today?
Oh, very good question. Yeah. I think there's foundationally when I was starting out, because I didn't start as a startup. I started off with more of a traditional tech. I do a lot of tech transformation, digital transformation work, so very enterprise. I read a lot of books. Read books that are very helpful, very financially. Of course, I don't read and complete everything. You know, I speed read some stuff. So understand a lot of human psyche. That will helps a lot with marketing. You read a lot about leadership. That helps with leading teams. You read financial books, really understand about the different financial aspects, what people are looking out for. So over time, when I read all these books, right, all these business books, it really helps to frame conversations as a startup leader, founder, what we are looking out for. I think that's very, very key. So a lot of these startups really is based off experience from that aspect. So if you ask me, you say that, Louis, what if I have no experience, right? Then all the more it's like you got to go out there, you got to speak with mentors, find people who have done it, whether are they from top leadership C-suite or are they from experienced entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs. Hear their stories, ask them questions. I think that would be the best way to figure out. Then don't just listen, but go back, reflect, write it out, and then put it up, right? Like a to do. What should I look at? What should I start with? I think these are key things. So understand marketing, understand financials, understand product tech. I think these are essentials as a startup, right? So it may be yourself. It could also be a team, and have somebody who really is very good with like getting money all the time. That's the best.
Okay. You mentioned something about tech, right?
Yeah.
So as banking students, right, do you
Yeah.
think they should go and learn how to code? Or should it just be a cursory understanding or basic understanding of how it works?
I think it really depends on the individual. By learning banking doesn't mean you need or don't need to code. Today with AI, if you have not used Blackbox before, not promoting them, but if you have not used Blackbox.ai before, Blackbox.ai is able to even give you a lot of codes. It's just about validating those codes. Is it necessary? I think it depends on your role. If you play a chief product officer, if you play a CTO role, it's good for you to know. But if you don't play that role and you want to rely on your co-founder or your partner or somebody you bring in, then make sure that they are good enough to cover those grounds. That's how I complement my founder together, two of us, right? He's really good with sales, marketing, getting the money, everything else, and he just fully relies on me to solve all the tech problems. So, and if you ask me, though I come from an engineering background, I have not touched codes for a long time too. So I would say that it really depends on individual. If you want to learn, I would say that go ahead, no stopping, because it's a very converging world, right? We need to learn a lot of things. But if you really need to check, there's lots of AI out there, right? So leverage on that, right? Save your time, because time is essential for you to get to your go-to-market. Yeah.
I think it would be nice if you could summarize, because you gave a lot of valid points. But if you could summarize it to a very basic sentence of what makes or breaks a startup.
Wow. Sentence?
Okay, just summarize it into one main point for everybody.
I think just try everything and be curious, be brave, and just do it. Yeah. If not, don't try, you don't know, right? Yeah.
Just be Nike.
Just
You won't
They
get
stole the
sued, right?
best logo.
Hey, yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks, Luis.
No problem.
Thanks, Elijah.